Hi guys, as in Saturday I'm doing a micro scrapping video, as I do every Saturday doing micro scrapping, so I said why not come along and have an old gander and see what I do be doing of Saturdays when I'm micro scrapping. So as you can see, start off with a few things we have on the bench here, just see what's in them. Like everything will be torn down eventually, that's the way I look at it. I tear down everything. So bit of brass here anyway in the plug, straight off. Why this was left to last, as you can see, I just couldn't get the pins out, so it's just when you get to it, when you're taking apart stuff, if it's going to slow you down guys, just throw it into your to-do box. That's the way I do all this stuff, into your to-do box. Bit of plastic, yeah, and that's the way I do stuff. It's just, time is money when you're doing stuff like this guys. It's just, there's no point in wasting time doing it, and just get it into the box. Now this here is seized, and that's why that was turned into the to-do box. Okay, so it's a little bit of brass, just gonna squeeze off the nut. Just with screws there. Pull out a bit of wire. Get your magnet, as you know, is this brass. So throw that in there. Now this here brass goes into my vise again, and I have to use my just here I have to use my, wherever you're gone, here you are, box bottom knife guys. Stanley, any make doesn't make a difference, no sponsorship whatsoever, just any make of a box knife. And just I have to cut off the plastic. I have to cut the plastic off because my yard would take it. No, not, they don't take dirty brass, so if I was bringing it into the yard I wouldn't take them. The way they look at that is, you know, shred, because that's clean brass, right? But they look at that, just shred. It's all in their head. Once they don't do dirty brass category, let's shred. It's not good either, because it's very easy for them to make money on it by calling this shred, and then they just re-clean it and have it down the way themselves. But just cut off a bit of plastic on one side like so, and that should slip off then like so. Now as you know, copper is worth more money than brass, so what do? I take off the copper off it. Simple as that. Copper, extra copper. Now there's 3 pins of them 3 pins now guys is worth 8 cents, and you bring a plug on its own to scrapyard, it's worth 1 cent, so 7 cents profit straight away by just doing that. Okay, this is just a board, it's running their idle board. Here is a couple of little tiny chips to come off it, just tiny little tiny chips. I put them in here for their recovery and all that guys. So they have to come off it. Well, to me they have to be cleaned up. Every board I clean up. On the back of that there's another one of these boards. So that board will be cut off, and it will be, that black one will be taken off as a I cut it off it myself, and the rest of that board then can go into the shred pile. Alright, it's much easier to cut that pin off it like so, and all that, they have gold in it, gold bond wires in it. These have, that's why, to be honest with you, that's why they're covered. Look at that, so easy to put it all into a box then guys. Understand me? For incineration, as the fella says. Same again here, just cut just beside it, not exactly beside it, because you have to leave a small little piece on it, because just in case the bond wires cross over. This here is just normal. Go into my shred pile. I use a can, throw everything into it, as you do it, clean as you go, and then I go on to something else guys. So here is a little bit of silver, and there you are, yeah, bit of silver guys here to be had. Silver buttons all day. And this is the way I micro scrap, if you understand me. Like, it adds up guys. I just can't say it enough to people that it adds up. That's just gold. But to have it like just silver, like, you know, it adds up, guys, big time. So what I'm going to do now is going to get the silver. I'm going to cut off the silver straight away, and the copper going to the copper pile. As simple as A, B, C, and D, guys. Like, there's no other way of micro scrapping, as I say. It's the best way to do it and get everything out of it. I'm looking for that dot now. I don't know where it's gone. Look at it there. It's just the way the system is bent over it. And copper. And another one, 3 dots. Which is nice, guys. Nice buttons. Little tiny buttons. You see, when you use small stuff, people can't really see what you're doing. I've got 1 or 2 comments where people ask what was I doing, like, but it's just that's dirty brass. This is dirty brass, which I will get them as clean brass because I have a plan down the road from, guys. 2 nice nuggets of brass in that, as in these ones here on top of this one. You can see them, all these. So easy, clean them off. Down the road I have a plan coming out for that, and we'll work at it and see how I get on. Now, so I have 2 M&Ms here to come off this board, which contains silver, and I have a fuse here, So with that fuse, guys, I've sold too many fuses. Put that fuse over my little pot. Take off that brass. Throw out a little bit of salt, and clean brass straight away. And that's done. Straight away it's done. It's so easy. Now we have 3 or 4 more bits of brass. So easy, get it off, guys. Get the brass off, get it into the vials. So easy. Like, as I go on micro scrapping, guys, every Saturday I build up a box of stuff every Saturday from out a week, and every Saturday that is done without fail. I don't go and do anything else till I have the full box of micro scrapping emptied, and that's the way I stay on top of my stuff. That's gone already. Look at that, finished, straight into the box. That box down is full. Just put a lid on it, out the door straight away. Here's 4 more lumps of brass. Might be have to get it back off it, like so. Plastic, and you have nice long brass nuggets. So bend them off. Like, that's the way it is, guys, with me. It's just, I love micro scrapping. It's time consuming, but my god, it adds up. Look at that, plastic, and you have your 4 bits of brass. Look at that, clean brass straight into the pile again. Now, what have we got here? We have a chip with gold pins on it. So try to slide up off of that, and you get your little plastic. Somewhere here it's gone, little plastic piece. And when I'm doing gold, I have my gold pins beside me all the time. Get into this like this, fold it over, and take off your 4 pins of gold, and that's clean as a whistle again, thrown out. And that's the way I do everything, guys, right? Clean brass. This here, guys, there's nothing in it as far as I know, and I've checked them and there's nothing in them. Straight into the shred pile. See the way as I'm working, everything has been just sorted out completely. No, nothing else going back into a pot or anything. It's a shred straight into the pot. This here is brassy goodness, so I'm going to have to pull them out of there. Straightforward enough. Get out everything like that, guys. The way it's gone, guys, is people are now gone in a way they're just throwing stuff out. They're not even breaking it down. Like, I break down everything. Everything. You have to break it down. So I'm going into the side of this here now, just to got a few little brass pins. Brass pins, brass nuggets, whatever you want to call them. Look at that. And off they come like so. Now that there is going to be thrown into the pot here in a second, and it's clean brass, alright? 2 bits of copper, 2 or 3 bits of little fine bits of copper on it. Fine copper. They all have to come off it. No, look at that, clean brass. Guys, I got a nice haul of stuff there today. Actually, I got a nice haul of stuff now. I got a lot of laptops and stuff like that to be taken apart. I'll get them done down the way. It won't be there tomorrow because I want to get all my micro scrapping done. Right guys, let's see what's on the menu next. This one here. When there's a wire going into it, I always take it apart, guys. There's definitely something in it, alright? I know this is a washing machine or something like that. Get into it, take it apart. It's raining out there now at the moment, guys, and it's just very muggy out there. It's very stuffy in the shed at the moment. But that's what happens. They're giving thunder all the time, but we're not getting it. So in here, look at that, guys. Plastic. And look at that. Look at that. Silver buttons all day, guys. So, tear it apart again. As simple as A, B, C and D, guys. Look at that. Brassy goodness. Brassy goodness and silver buttons. So, silver off straight away. And the brass into the brass pile. Here we have copper. And a spring there. More again. Silver button here. Cut it off, get it into your pile. Copper. Should be. Yeah. So guys, this is all bits of copper off of it all. Look at that. You're talking about maybe €7 there now at the moment in copper. Just there bits and pieces of micro scrapping. That's the way it is, guys. It's just the way everything is broke down. So here you have another tiny piece of silver. Like silver has gone up in price too. Gold has gone up again, guys, I see. So that's good. It's good for micro scrapping. So you have copper and you have silver or brass. Now down further into this system here we have, what's that? Copper, say we're going to have to touch with a file or a shred. That's no problem. Into the shred pile. A spring into the shred pile. So this is the way it is with me, guys, of a Saturday. I micro scrap every single thing of a Saturday. Or me, that's the way it is with me. Is nothing goes out. And that's how I keep ahead of myself. As I put in a new plan, as I said at the start of the year this year, I went into the shed, as I was saying to Ian Matthews there, but he wouldn't be able to do what I do because my bench is right inside the door of the shed. So Ian Matthews' bench is at the back of the shed. So he'd be better off now if he made a shed out, or if he made a bench, a handy sized bench out in the yard, and go out in the yard and do everything and work his way from the door out. That's the way he'd be better off doing his scrapping, because it'd be so easy then to get stuff into the car, so easy to break down stuff, so easy to do everything instead of being in the back of the shed. But that wasn't his plan, to fill that shed behind him. That's brass. Ian Matthews is a very good scrapper. He's helped me out an awful lot throughout the year of starting YouTube, and I appreciate it, and he knows that. So, a bit of copper here, tiny bit of copper, but yeah, he helped me out and I appreciate it so much. But this here's a tiny little board, but I was just saying, Ian now will be better off, as I'm thinking myself, for him, even though he knows himself. But I think what he should do is as I said at the start a minute ago there, is put a make-up bench out in the yard and get out in the yard and bust up everything, meet himself at the door. Then he'd have something to see what he's doing then. It's kind of the way his bench is, it's just not helping him. Just a little bit of copper there, guys, and now we have another tiny M&M, but he would fly through stuff then, because I put a big personal effort into myself this year, as a fella says, to work from the door in, and I emptied the shed, and it's so easy to do it. I've emptied the shed by doing it that way. Alright, so that's just a little thought of mine, what Ian should do. That's what I'd be doing now if I was him. But fair play to him, because the way I look at it is, the way e-waste has gone at the moment, it is to another thing. E-mattress is more gold and pieces like that in his shed, and pure copper than what we can find. I prefer now to this day to have his shed than my shed. But anyway, that's neither here or there. Fair play to him, and again, enjoy your retirement, Ian. Enjoy your retirement. Just little bits of copper here, fine copper now. Where are they going there? Yep. And we have another little capacitor here, which is a yellow M&M, which are nice. This way, you know, man, you don't put them out there. My video is not for kids, as the fella says. So they are not M&Ms, and do not eat them, because they're not to be eaten, guys. Here I have a little tiny flat pack. Tiny flat pack. And what else have I got? A little bit of copper to be had. As you can see, it's shining there, the copper. Get it off it if I'm able. If I'm not, give it to the scrapyard, because you're only messing at it for yourself. Same again, guys. I just give that a quick slice down the middle. It fits better into places for me. Here's a button with a spring on it. There has to be a bit of brassy goodness in it. Bit of plastic. Then we have a little spring. It's a switch actually, so it should have a little bit of a silver or brass in it. So let's get into it and see what's in it, guys. And just when I have the opportunity here to thank you all for watching my channel and coming across and watching my lives and everything else. I much appreciate every last one of you for doing that for me. Now what I mean here now is a tiny bit of copper, tiny bit of brass. As I said before, it won't make up the bank, but it'll take something else on my shed. And there's a silver dot on that as well. So lovely. So a bit of brass, a bit of copper again. Now plastic. You see how quick you can actually get through stuff. This here is a tiny bit of plug, which is one of the ones from the plug soup. Now again, you can take that off. It has to come off from my yard, because they won't take it. As simple as that. They won't take it. They won't take dirty brass, huh? Now look at that. Clean brass straight away, guys. So here we're into a pump out of a washing machine, guys. Just get in there, open it up and get it out. Will contain nice copper. Now a little small screwdriver in under that now will be a better job. I'm trying to open it with pinchers or pliers, like so. Now guys, I'm going to have to open the door for a second, because it's wicked heat. Because I prefer now to thunder, but anyway. In here we go now. We'll take out that inner section, and that might just should pile, okay? So in here, order device, then we go. I'll bring you over with me actually. Vice, you guys, where are you? There you are. Here's the vice, guys. So into the vice we go. Now into the vice, and we go like so. Squeezy into the vice. We get our chisel and our hammer. Now back off the vise for a second, and we go here. And we go here. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Huh? It's lovely, guys, lovely. I have a little awl there, should be on the table if it didn't fall. And we go to the last bit like so. And that can go into the shred pile. It has just a bit of steel in the bottom of it. Straightforward enough, guys, how to do stuff, okay? This one here, guys, is a turntable off a wash or off of microwave. So 2 little bits of brass in the bottom of it can be seen, and another bit of brass here. So in with that, and now back to the vise. You see me in the vise, you do? And you go in here like so, right? And you go like so, squeezy, squeezy, like so, and you see it popping. That's what you're trying to achieve, okay? Try to achieve that pop. This here is shred. Straight away into the shred pile. And this here is very greasy at the moment. But if you put them into boiling water, not too hot, lukewarm water, the grease will come off them. If you wanted to sell them, you can actually sell them on Etsy. They're cogs they are, you can sell them on Etsy. So in we go again, steel, steel, steel. And we should get this open now. Steel, as in shred. And in here we have a tiny, tiny reel of copper. But it's nice copper, nice. Look, it doesn't take long, guys, to do anything. Make a few pence. Copper was €7 a kilo. And even that bit there is a bit of copper on it. That can go into your copper. No bother at all, leave that bit of copper on it, don't be messing about trying to take it off. Same with that one there, that can go into your copper. Okay, so again we get our little awl. If it doesn't break off clean, that's what happens. It just sticks on it because it's birds off the plastic. You have to be so careful with the awl you don't get buried in your hand as well. No. And I am happy with that. Look at that. Look at that. More copper, guys. It's just this is how I do micro scrapping, okay? I love actually getting the opportunity to show people how I do it. And this brass. Here is another one, then we'll get to that in a minute. This one here, guys, is jacks off of hold on here again, sorry. And there. Jacks off of a radio or something like that, but the back should be brass. Yeah, they're brass. So get them off it. The brassy goodness, guys, brassy goodness, I call this. So cut that plastic off out of the way. Get out this brass here, brassy here. I'll check that with a file now. That might be copper, but I'm going to check it because I have to check everything, guys. Brass is about €4 a kilo. Copper is this one, 680. 680 a kilo for that one. Come on, when it gets smaller and more finkier, it's plastic. That's the way it is with me, guys. Every single thing is broke up. Actually, I got a nice comment off a Scrap It All yesterday evening. I put up a video and he said I was actually the Irish micro scrapper. The Irish micro scrapper, he called me. Which he's Scrap It All is a very good channel, guys. And he's very good. Micro Scrapper, he's a Micro Scrapper as well. He calls me the Irish Micro Scrapper, which is a nice comment to get off of Scrap It All, because he's very well known channel, and it helps by getting that off of him. Look at that, pure plastic. And this here now, look at this. Look at that. Bit of plastic there, with a bit of brass or something in it. Squeeze it out of it. And you have to have your little Auntie Dandy file to go in after it. See what we're looking into here. Non-stick brass. Look at that. Handful of brass, guys. Look at that. And as you can see, the way everything here is completely broke down. Another tiny bit of brass here. Now, this here is a tiny power supply of a computer, a laptop or one of them types. So this here comes off, and you have your tiny bit of copper and a tiny piece of brass. And this end here you have another tiny piece of copper, and here you have a tiny little donut. My yard will not take these, only to shred. They're called capacitors. Shred for the capacitor, guys. So we just go into it, we rip it apart, we take it all asunder, that's it. This is a tiny little LED light which will contain, to say, gold wires. This here is shred. Yep. Capacitor, and then we have two little M&Ms here. Nice big blue one here. Do contain silver, they say. And we have a nice little MOSFET to be had here. Should get it out of it. And you have always take off these little bits of steel here that goes onto your aluminium. If you don't, scrapyard will penalise you and give you a shred, right? So next we have a little MOSFET which contains copper. And this little M&M, a little tiny donut. And there you are, two tiny bits of copper out of the donut. And then all the rest is what you call ferrite shred pile. So then you have bit of wire, then you have here, and this here you can put it into, as I say, I'm waiting to try and see can I get someone to take dirty brass off me. If not, I have a plan down the way for these, but I'm not going to stay messing at this one out tonight, but I'm just showing you actually what's in them if I split it in half. And normal scrappers know what's in them, but people starting up scrapping would like to know what's in them. The way I look at it, guys, is you have to get something out of everything. Come on, like that. Brass and brass here. So, you know what I mean? So I scrap out all them. Not now, because I have a plan down the way for them, as I was saying. But I'll leave that now at the moment into my dirty brass pile. But I have a dirty brass pile as well, so they go in there. See that there, nearly full already. That's the way I use up all my bean tins. What else have we got here? This is another tiny little bit of where's my little flat screwdriver? Another tiny piece of brassy goodness. And you have to take out a little bit of copper over it and whatever else. Squeeze the device. It's great to have a little handy down device beside you all the time, guys, because you might have to use a pincher, so you might have to use something else to open it up, and the screwdriver doesn't get it for you. This will get it for you. And you see this end here? Brass. So that comes off and gets into my brass pile. And it's so easy, guys. Just so easy. The way it adds up, guys. Right? That's shred. Brass screw, but it's actually shred. Okay. They're not all brass. Usually the straight ones are brass. Phillips are shred. I'd be surprised why these adds up like. Look at that. You're talking about 8 cents out of the last one, and half of this is 8, maybe another 3 cents. You're talking about them 4 pins there, about 11 cents. Do you know what I mean? About 11 cents in them 4 pins. And out with them now, and then when I have them here now, I'm going to put them away. See that? Look at that. Nearly 4 kilo on that. And that can be melted down and sold as bars for about 20 euro a kilo. 4 kilo in the scrapyard today is worth 16 euro. Break them down, break them down, they're clean as it is, straight into your furnace, dirty brass, straight into your furnace, break them down, and you can sell them as 20 euros a kilo on Etsy. So that is a good plan down the way for me, guys. And as I said all the time in my video, it's better to have this stuff than to be looking for this stuff, alright? Because stuff is getting scarce, guys. It's getting scarce, and aluminium is going to take over copper shortly. It won't be today, it won't be tomorrow, but I tell you one thing, the amount of stuff I'm after getting with aluminium lately is cruel. No, that's the truth. Cruel. Microwaves now are gone aluminium, as in the transformers. You get an old microwave, which I have a big massive one to take apart, and like plastic bit of rubber here, and then just straight into another housing and stuff here. But yeah, everything's gone. It's gone, guys, and that's it. Aluminium is gone out the door. Now I take this apart now, guys, when we're here. So should be spring loaded, so I have to be careful with the eyes. Spring loaded to say. So get it out and get it onto the table and see what's in it then after that. Come on. As I say, guys, I love micro scrapping. Another 1 or 2 here to push down from the other end. Guys, all I can say is thanks for your support throughout the year. Why I'm saying that, guys, is I only have about 40 hours to go before I'm fully over the 4,000 hour watch hours. 40 hours, guys, is nothing. So all I'm asking for you is to watch a video an extra bit of length, and that'll do me. That would get me over the line, the fella says, because I much appreciate you all for doing this for me, and I really appreciate it. That's all I can say, guys. 40 hours is all I need, which is not. So if you could watch this channel even tonight, this video I'm putting out tonight, you could watch it an extra few minutes, guys, or leave it running, or do something with it, and just get me over that line. And that's the way we do it. Get over that line. And then we'll have a few ads then coming out, and that's it. There's a little mess in here now of brass, and she's twisted and does not want to let go, because the song says let it go. Now she should come out of it now. Let it go, let it go. Now, good. Now what have we got here? We have a nice bit of copper to add. Now you need your magnet for all this stuff when you're doing it, guys. So you have brass, copper, brass, and silver contact, which is there. Nice to be had. Silver contact, brass, two springs. Don't want the springs, guys. They go into my shred pile. Pop Scrap is collecting springs, guys. He collects springs, he collects lots of bits and pieces, he collects, but fair play to him. He wants to do what he wants to do it. That's the way I look at it. Let him enjoy what he's doing. He collects a few springs, he collects a few there's a nice piece of brass or a nice piece of silver after hitting the ground, but I will get that, don't worry. That'll be shining up at me tomorrow morning when I come back into the shed. Shining, saying hi. There's another one now. Nice boards, nice this and the other thing on it to come off. It's a bit of copper there to be had. Just slice through that ferrite, both sides, and the same on this side. And off comes your copper. And more here. And a bit of ferrite. Look at that. And another lump of copper. Look at that. Guys, it's so easy to make a few pound. There's no excuse for throwing the likes of that stuff into the shred piles. No need for it. Micro scrap. That's all I can say to you. On the back of that then there's a tiny little piece of copper to be had. Like that. See that? Copper. And in here then we take these apart now as well. So that goes into your shred pile, the plastic cap off it. And we have a tiny bit of copper in this. And that goes out into your copper pile. We have a MOSFET. We have IC chip, small tiny one. Here. It's raining like hell out there, guys. Here, and we have another M&N here. Capacitor. And we have a nice little piece of copper here to be had, which will be done in the winter time, right? That'll be micro scrap throughout the winter. I wouldn't do the likes of them now. You don't do that now, you wait for the winter. Nice copper in that, guys, very heavy. Throw that in there. Then we have this here splits open, and that's empty at the back, and that goes into the shred pile. Simple as A, B, C and D, guys. Let's hear something here. And then tiny little here. Tiny little brown type of M&M. That's it. Done. Shred. Now this one here, guys. Switches and that. Should be something in it. Wire going into it. Let's take it asunder. See what's in it. So I'm just going to break off the caps off it first, which is steel and plastic. So take off all them, pull out the front, and look at that straight away, guys. See that? See that? Copper, brass. And, you know, it's all there, guys. It's all there to be had. As simple as that to get it out of it. Nice bit of silver to be had again there. A nice bit of brass. And there's a bit of shred down here in the front, I would think, for a bit of weight. We'll check it, it might be shred. And there's another 2 or 3 little pieces here to be pushed out. So we get them out of it now as well when we're here. Look at that. Look at that. Clean as a whistle, plastic. This here, on the back of that, hit them with a foil. Or with a magnet actually, and they're all shred with the plastic. It can go on the shred pile. Okay, you don't have to take off the plastic, you don't have to be messing around like that. Shred, shred, and we have nice clean brass to be had. And we have another bit of silver to be had here, and a bit of copper. Here we have more copper here. Here we have more brass. More copper. Copper. And a couple of bits of shred. Straight into the shred pile. Right, this one here, guys, is another one. There's a wire going in through it. It's a reason for me to open it. See here? A wire. Get it out of it. And all I can say, guys, is thanks for watching my channel and reaching out to me, and thanks so much for everyone. I'm just breaking off the clips here. As I say, guys, I have a nice bit of stuff to be done down the way. Plastic, spring, rubber. When there's wire going into it or something like that, it has to be copper. See that? Look at that. You know, you have to get in there. You give that away a shred, so we're no good to you. No good to you at all. Get in there, break up everything, get it out. Okay, you'll be saying there, guys, you know, the length of time I'm here now, it's only making buttons, but guys, buttons adds up. Buttons adds up. You stay putting 10 cents into a money box every day for 365 days a year. It's money at the end of the year, isn't it? That's the way I look at stuff like this, guys. A nice little board here now and that as well. Tiny board, but it has a gold band crystal oscillator on it here, and it has IC chips, and it has a tiny bit of copper. So, you know, you wouldn't think they're on it, but they're there, guys. Gold band crystal oscillators, guys. You can sell them. You can sell them. As you can see, I have a micro scrapping system here. Tiny foil and a tiny, that's it. That's all you need. You don't need a big massive foil. Light stuff, because you're doing light stuff. Heavy stuff for heavy stuff. Light stuff for light stuff. Now, just break this off. Like so. Like so. Like so. Plastic. Look at that. So, we're going further into this because I know there might be something in there. There might be nothing in there. And then again, you have to be careful with the eyes because this could be spring loaded. And it could just fly across the table on you. But there might be nothing else in it. I see a bit of shred down there. I touch with the foil or less shred. We leave it as is. It's worth more money. Okay, it's worth more money as shred. Guys, I'd like to thank you all for coming on board tonight and watching what's going on. And I put these LED lights together. Simple as that. LED lights all together. Christmas lights. As you can see, look at that. Look. Plastic, 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 plastic. Shred. Look at that. Not one bit of steel to be got in anything. Not one bit of copper to be got in anything. Not one bit of brass to be got in anything. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just all there, guys, to be had to get rid of it. Do you know what I mean? It's so easy, guys, to micro scrap. And there's a bean can nearly full of shred. There's more shred. Plastic, 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 plastic. Shred, shred, shred. Here is tiny more to get out of that. Shred. Plastic, plastic, plastic. One here, one here, one here of copper has to be taken out of it. There's another one there, but I get that in a minute. Plastic, plastic. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Look at that. Have a look at that. Micro scrapping. That's the way to do it. Alright. Here we have another one here, a little tiny one here. We'll here we have a crystal oscillator on it. You have another little LED light which will contain gold, as they say. So if they contain gold, they're coming off. That's it. Then we have here you have a crystal oscillator which contains silver. So they go in there. She's spring loaded. Take off that there. Take off that there, and you have a flat pack which was gold. Okay. See, I might scrap it, you know, tons of stuff, guys. Look at that, gold. But yeah, I break down an awful lot of stuff, guys. I love it. I just love it. Here, another little flat pack here, and here. The likes of that now, guys, you can still sell that as a board. But in my yard, they won't buy it as a board, so give it a crack, throw it into shred pile. Guys, that's my video for tonight, and I'd like to get the opportunity as usual and thanking you all for coming on board and watching what I'm doing and breaking down stuff and micro scrapping and the whole works. And that's the way it is, guys. Plastic, so easy to get out. Everything else is profit. Everything else is profit. Simple as that. Here is tomorrow I'll be doing, obviously, gold. All this gold here left, you all taking part into gold recovery. Straightforward enough. Let's do it all. Get the pins out. Get the gold pins out here. Look at them gold pins. Good dark gold pins, guys. They'll be all coming out. That's actually gold. Got a mobile phone, pure gold. On the real old, the Nokias, as the fella says. Nokia. These ones here have tons of these to do as well. RAM. Tons of all type of metals I have to do tomorrow. All type. Gold recovery all day. Look at that. That's a nice chip. IC chips there. You have gold board. You have a crystal oscillator on it. You have all these pins here with gold here, gold here, gold here. That's only for tomorrow, guys. Just different yokes I've set up, different stuff all the time. I'm just breaking down everything and anything. At the end of the day, guys, it's just the way it is. You have to keep your stuff, hoard your stuff. There's 2 springs. They got stuck on my glove. That's what happened there now. The gloves needs to be changed. Now the gloves are off, so when I take off my gloves, guys, I guarantee I'll pick up something, because I'm like that. Look at that. This is adding up nicely, guys. Nearly half a kilo on that. Nearly half a kilo on that. That's a lot of collecting in that. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's mushy, I love it. But I'd like to, again, thank you all again. Gold. And we have silver, and we have, on top of this, it's going to its own vial at the moment, is gold as well. Just need to tap on your silver all the time, and you won't lose it, break it, or do anything. We call this as a full canister. What I do is put it into the vise. It's not full, but I'm just going to show you what I do with it. Just open the vise up, put it onto the vise chain, the rail of the vise. Now, as I said, I did take off my gloves and I picked up something because I'm a diplomat, and that's where I get injured. That's all I do. Close it up, out to the scrapyard like that. Money in the bank, straight away, guys. That's it. Living the dream, huh? It's just a keyring that I picked up, that I found. Living the dream, huh? That's what I'm doing. Living the dream. This way, maybe this way. Yeah. Guys, thanks so much for coming on board. As I said, I'm going now. I've enough done. Gloves needs to be changed. Hands are black. They should be clean. Guys, thanks. Goodbye. And safe night and whatever else. Thank you. Bye bye.